Hey guys, Nadine and Mary here from The Rock, Hope Dealers Worldwide at The Rock, which is our community center recovery organization of Cherokee County. So Mary and I have been brainstorming and trying to figure out a solution to a problem. And just yesterday, Mary and I spent from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. nonstop with people that have severe opioid use disorder. And or like, why are we continuing these people? We have to bring them back to treatment over and over and over. What's going on? And we have an RCO. We've had Hope Dealers for like 6 years. The RCO, we opened the doors 2 years ago. Why? What can we do? And what are we missing here? What's in the link? Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
I mean, it was crazy yesterday. And the people we were with are awesome, amazing individuals, aren't they?
Yeah, they always are.
I know, but just continually to struggle. So we thought, what is the solution? Well, we've had an RCO. I was listening to Neil Campbell from the Georgia Council for Recovery this morning. I love the new name. And she said, it's human connection. It's human connection. And on the front of our slogan, it says the opposite of addiction is connection. It's human connection. And we think about what happened with these two individuals that we dealt all day with. It was crisis day yesterday. And both of them, one of them said, when they're in the 30-day treatment, gosh, they do so well. They're in the bubble. They don't even need to be on mat. Like they don't even have cravings. They're around the socialization in the bubble. They're so well in treatment. It's when they come out of treatment, right? That they get into an issue again. And it's like, well, that's what we have the RCOs for. But what are we not doing in the RCOs that's meeting this? That's the solution. We got to figure out the solution. The other person we were dealing with just got out of 45 days of treatment. He was a house mentor, everything, doing great. And he kept saying, I just want to connect with people. We were able to be around a bonfire at the treatment place so I guess I need to go to meetings, but meetings weren't exactly doing it for him. He just wants to connect and be real with people. So, and then we have another person, and all three of these all have severe opioid use disorder, and are continually having a setback situation, although they're the rock stars when they're in the 30-day treatment, right? Because it's like, oh, why they keep going back. So the third person kept saying all he wants to do is like work or get a job in recovery, but he doesn't have enough time on him to do that yet, or this or that. And he just wants to help people. So all of these people are expressing exactly what Neil was talking about, human connection. And that's what they are all craving for. They come out of treatment. They may go to, another version of treatment like IOP. They may come into our RCO for all the meetings we have and this and that, but something's still not happening. So that's when I remembered this short little clip of a video that Ariel, one of our peers, took. And this is her husband, Jotty.
This old TV show called Cheers, where it's like, it's good to go, where everybody knows your name, or something like that. So to me, this is a place where I go, and there's always love here. There's always safety and compassion and good people here, and my friends and family.
So that little clip, I was like in yoga this morning. That's where all my creative ideas seem to come. But I'm like, well, Jotty himself, a peer in recovery, inspired an idea, a program that perhaps we could implement. And I thought, what if we had a program? Because this last person that we just brought to treatment, he was doing okay until Friday and Saturday night hit. And Friday and Saturday night is a I guess I hate to use the word trigger, but it's a hard time, and maybe sometimes a lonely time for some people in recovery. Yeah, they could go to another meeting, and we love meetings, but they just want that social hangout, cheers time, right? So if we could perhaps implement a new program on Friday and Saturday nights called Cheers, and on the wall of our RCO we'll have what's right with you today, but I don't know. Sometimes that word right, I don't like, because right and wrong, good and bad, I don't know. They carry some judgment to it. So what's working for you today, or what are you grateful for today, right? But then have the atmosphere of this place be like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. They come in, is normally it's a hangout spot for people who work in recovery, people who are in recovery, allies, everybody committed to a lifestyle recovery where they can come, but they don't necessarily have to walk into a meeting and follow a format. They can come and there's Scrabble going on over there. There's karaoke going on over here. There's a barista bar, like a Starbucks bar going on, where people can drink their lattes or whatever they drink. What do people drink at Starbucks? I don't know.
Lattes, espressos.
Their drinks, whatever they want.
macchiatos.
Their sodas, whatever the heck they want to drink. And they're always welcomed by a cares specialist who runs it. And I know everyone doesn't want to take their Friday and Saturday night away. I get it. But we have a whole wall of care certificates over there. And funding right now, I mean, I could barely keep Mary funded. Okay, right. So, but if we had funds for everyone to be employed, everyone takes turns, and they run like a general manager, the Cheers program, right? And people come in and where everybody knows their name. Hey, welcome to Cheers, right? And all this good, high-spirited stuff going on, and people have problems and issues going on. They could go with one of the other peer coaches who are there, quietly into a private room and talk, so as not to bring the atmosphere down, right? The atmosphere should be chill, fun, relaxing, have a coffee drink at the coffee bar, right? And things like that. So just a place where people can connect, play games, have fun, and sit and chill and connect with others all night on Fridays and Saturdays, because those are the nights that they really are struggling with. So, Mary is a, cares certified and peer specialist. And as Neil was saying, the council's poured in all this money for all this cares program. We've got all these people certified, but to have the funds to hire them all is a different story right now, right? So let's say Mary is care certified and she's running the first weekend of the month, Friday and Saturday nights. She gets some of these new people who are newly in recovery. I don't want to say mentees, I'll just say other peers who are newer in their recovery, and they want to help and they want to lead. Well, they can work with her over her supervision, right? To make sure that the recovery messaging, the recovery language, everything is kept consistent and held true. And so that makes them feel important. Yeah, I'm going to do karaoke with the group tonight, right? All under Mary's supervision, right? Until they one day can become care certified also. So anyways, I would like to propose perhaps this Cheers program at our RCO. And we, every Monday night, we have our Hope Dealers coaching training. A lot of people in there are cares, which is great. Some of the people in our Hope Dealers coaching training every Monday night is they will be going to cares. Eventually, everybody in there will be cares. But for right now, it's continuing to have this training on coaching people every Monday night on how to interact in a recovery language, peer support way with others. And even those who have those cares love coming to the Monday night classes too, because it gives them chances to role play and to keep learning new skills and new information. So we like to keep people real sharpened in the recovery messaging area, for sure, recovery language area. So Mary, what are your thoughts on perhaps, this program?
Well, like you were saying, the main thing that we're hearing from people, and we're referring hundreds and hundreds of people to treatment. So yeah, we have referred hundreds and hundreds of people to treatment, and then help them with aftercare, sober living grants, scholarships. And the main thing that we're noticing is that connection's missing. Once they get out of treatment and they get out into the world, it's hard. It brings them down. People need a place to go. They need a recovery community. They need that connection. And I've said it 100 times that my recovery was, I mean, AA was my foundation, but it is not what helped me maintain my recovery. It's not. It's the connection. It's this. It's doing this. It's helping other people. And almost everybody that we have a conversation with, when we ask them what they want to do, they want to help people. And then they get lost. They get lost when they get out of that bubble. We need to build this community. We need to have a place for people to go. We need to provide that connection for them.
And we have it with the RCO, but we're missing something. We're still missing something.
Well, we need that time. We need that time with them. We need them to know that there's this time. This is not a meeting. This is a place for, but here's the thing,
socialization,
just socialize and connect. And there's somebody there if you do need to talk to somebody, and the atmosphere is positive, and everybody in there is in the recovery community or an advocate at the very least, because people don't understand. They don't understand this disease. It's stigmatized to death. And when we're hanging out around other people in recovery, we feel accepted, we feel needed. These are my people, you know? So we need to have a consistent spot, and we need all of our community around us to know that it's there, and it will explode. It will. This is not a meeting. This is a place for people in recovery. And yes, we have that now. We absolutely have that now, but we don't have
the social
night
nights.
long. It's an hour meeting. It's this or this. You can always come here and hang out. We have people come here and hang out every single day, all the time. 1 or 2 people, but we need everybody. We need a specific time to do something fun for everybody to connect every week consistently for the recovery community, for our recovery community.
So it was peer inspired by Mr. Jotty Reed on that video there about Cheers, you know, a place where everybody knows your name, where you can go hang and you can party while you're committed to a lifestyle of recovery in a safe place. And so perhaps we consider implementing the Cheers program and start executing that. I mean, that does take funds, but all the 3 people that we mentioned before that have severe opioid use disorder, that is a extremely viable solution for all 3, just those 3, probably hundreds more.
Almost every single person that I talk to, out of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, I would say 90-something% of them say, without being prompted, they say, I want to help people. I want to help people that are struggling with this disease. I need to use what I've been through to help others.
But they want to go party. Yeah, we have to connect, and they want to connect with others. They want to party with others. And those who are more introverted, such as myself, I naturally am introverted. I prefer to have a nice conversation with someone sitting on a couch over a tea, or, whatever you drink, a sparkling water or something. But but
we'll have it.
That's what everybody wants. I love to sit down and play a Scrabble game. So does one of the people that I was referring to. He loves connecting with others through games. And those are things we don't get in our meetings. We don't even get that in the all recovery meetings, as awesome as those are. So meetings are great. This is not a meeting replacement, but this is a place, a program. The Cheers program could be implemented Friday and Saturday nights to go chill and have fun and hang out, a place where everybody knows your name and where you have family.
Well put.
Perhaps.
Yes. Love it.
All right. Well, this is our Hope Dealers group right here. A few people are absent tonight, but you know what? A lot of the important ones are here. So we got you, Sis and Jeff and Mary and Jotty and Ariel and Julie and Amber and Dylan. Dylan's over there, right? So this is our Hope Dealers coaching, continual refining coaching class. So we just brought up the idea that we were talking about having a Cheers program, RCO 2.0, right? It's not a different thing, but it's a program within the RCO. So Okay, can we get on recording? You guys got to talk loud about some of your ideas and thoughts about our Cheers program, where everybody knows your name.
There are so many pathways to recovery, but the one critical constant is connection. I mean, it's a make it or break it thing, and everybody needs it. So to have everybody have a place to go on the weekend where it's comfortable, it's laid back, we got a lot of stuff going on, we have, you know, a movie going in one room, so people who are new or whatever just want to chill can watch a movie. We can have poker night. We were talking about like a poker night in one part of it. I mean, the place is big enough. We can have so many things going on at the same time. Makeup stuff, you know, whatever,
art,
nails.
crafts,
Yeah.
so that no matter what, like being sober is fun.
Exactly.
Wait, share
Being sober
share
is
more.
fun. You don't have to. I mean, it just is.
Yeah, but
Living
most
life.
people are just going to meetings at the
Yeah.
RCO and hey, you know, and then
this is
then
actually
going
like
home.
they're actually getting out there and doing stuff.
But Ariel was sharing
Yeah,
some
and
good
that's it.
stuff.
It's what goes back to what Cassandra says is really everybody using their natural gifts and talents and seeing those represented in a place where it doesn't matter who walks in, you see yourself there, you see your interest there. There's no reason to leave. Why would you leave? Why would you want to go out? Like everything you need, everything you want is here, and there's people around you that are nourishing those gifts, those natural interests. What else is there?
Awesome.
I
And
think
I
it's
look at
huge
it-
that you mentioned on the weekends too, because I know Friday after work, like there's like this weird feeling that you get of like, oh, it's the
Get 'em to
weekend. And
trivia.
all those old
Trivia
instincts
games.
kick in, and it's like
Trivia night.
you gotta blow off steam, and it's like usually what you used to do on the weekend was not healthy. So having that environment available to you specifically on Friday to Sunday, when most people are gonna go out and relapse, is huge. And just to be able to come out like a clubhouse, like a big slumber party, but just a big.
Yeah, I like the slumber party idea.
Slumber party, summer camp,
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
We're gonna build a
Because
fort in the middle of
loneliness
the
really
room.
kicks in on the Friday and Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
And okay, people go back to work on Mondays and it's back again, but that's the hardest time for setbacks is Friday, Saturday, Sundays. So if they could feel like they have a family atmosphere that they can cook lunch together with, that they could sit down and talk or do whatever with, feel like a family, you know?
I like it.
That we could, so think of those three people that are remain anonymous, but those three people we know with severe opioid use disorder. I could promise you, Mary, would you second me on this, that if we had a Cheers program go on a Friday through Sunday, none of them would have gone off and done, you know, had a setback because they would have known they would have had a place at a Cheers program to hang and have fun with and to play games and do family stuff with.
Yeah, no, I truly believe that. I truly believe that having, it's a hangout. Friday and Saturday night, you have somewhere to go. You have people, and our community is growing and growing and growing. It's grown exponentially in the last year, but you know, with everybody there, not just a few people in and out, but like everybody there, everybody gets to know each other. And now I think it would be so awesome.
I think it would be fun.
too. I'm
And
so
I know-
excited.
I know one of these people because I know them. Well, I'm not going to get into it. They're anonymous, but I see a lot. I watch, and it's like, hey, is there, you know, does anybody want to talk? You know, I just want to get out and have a good time. You know, I just want to see somebody. I'm just lonely. Like I watch them constantly, you know, and I've watched them over and over for God, 15 years.
Yeah.
And so I see that, and I'm like, you know, God love him. He's the best guy you'll ever
Yeah.
freaking meet. But you know, just that loneliness and that companionship and that connection just wants it so bad.
But
And then
he
that-
can't work in a recovery program because he doesn't have enough time on him. So
Right.
if he worked as a peer partner with
And he would love that.
And
He
I-
would
I
love
get some
it.
He would be great at it.
they just want to do family with someone, you
Yeah.
know,
Remember that
It's like
word,
when you-
peer part.
peer partner. I think that's much better than
That's
saying
the
a
key.
mentor, a
That's the key
mentee.
word.
Just say peer partner, man.
You can be a peer partner with 2 days clean.
Yes.
I get
Yes.
it.
I can see this being very, very attractive to people that don't even identify as an addict or being in recovery. I can see this as really being attractive to somebody that's just like, man, I know I don't want to drink this weekend, but I don't know what else to do. Just at the very, very early stages of recognizing the effect that substances have on them. Like, well, what else is there to do? You know, I don't want to go to the bars. I don't want to go to the club. I just want to do something different. Boom. This is this. And think, I mean, how incredible a resource like that would be.
Shoot, bonfires in the backyard.
It's
Yeah,
not-
yo, sis, I know you're saying some good stuff.
I'm
Okay.
just listening, but I'm thinking back to the 3 peers, because the wisdom is in the group of peers. And so they said what worked for them in treatment. And if the connection and the camaraderie and the being exposed to a full-blown atmosphere of recovery worked, then I say always expand what works, but do it this out here. I think like what happens to us is that as addicts or people in recovery, we don't feel a part of the community. We feel like a burden on the community. We've been casted out of the community. And so when we get back into the world, we don't know where to go. But the idea is to create it, to tailor make it for this community, because we can't go to, we shouldn't, we won't say can't or can, but we are practiced at not going into environments where people are gathered to drink. That's a normal community happening. So I feel like the idea is that we are the creators of what we want, and it involves the RCO because it's called a recovery community organization. So what we're doing is organizing community, but we're not so much trying to reach out to the community, we're reaching into the community. And then I think you're right, people will, there's a huge need. But even people who aren't in recovery, like myself years ago, I had no idea that this world existed, this world of wellness and this world of accountability and willingness and trying to make yourself better and all that. I didn't know that.
Yes.
I did know of addiction. And I know exactly where I can go for all of those pastimes and hobbies and behaviors. So I think it's a beautiful thing.
A
I think
Cheers Wellness Center.
An exposure to a recovery environment, not always a recovery focused activity, but
Right.
a whole recovery atmosphere where you can be, not just be in class.
That's right. No meetings, no treatment, nothing traditional, nothing like that. But places where, hey, if someone wants to lead a Scrabble game or karaoke, a peer maybe who only has a few days in recovery can feel empowered by leading a game or by, hey, let's do karaoke, and or whatever. Like Ariel mentioned, someone with nail polish and makeup and all that.
Well, I was going continuing my own experience going through all these rehabs. You brought up a very valid point that nobody looked at in 1980. I go to these 30-day programs. They say, okay, go to this NAA meeting and go back and live where you already live. And I'm back at this cocoon of destruction where I know where to get the dope, I know where to get the alcohol, I know where to. This doesn't work. I didn't get clean until 2007 when something in me, I end up in Kennesaw. I end up with a job. Well, I did 2 years of rehab. Then the other 2 years, I had a job working in recovery. I was a house manager. I'm around recovery 24 hours a day. I'm making sure people get their chores. I'm making sure people go to meetings. I'm making sure people come in on curfew. But what you said is very powerful, because when you're in a rehab for wherever you go for 30 days, you are doing meetings and you are being mentors in 2 weeks for somebody coming in the first day. Now, how come
Mhm.
you can't do that 30 days when you get out?
Sure.
I never understood that. Oh,
Sure.
now you sit back, shut up, because AA and different 12-step groups. Okay, come to me, make 90 days and don't say nothing.
Mm,
Take the cotton out of your ears and put
Put it in your mouth.
Mhm.
mm.
How is that helpful?
Yeah. And my personal opinion,
Put a light on.
coming up here to the Rock and being involved, learning harm reduction, I'm finally seeing how many people we lost like that.
Right.
How many
Mhm.
people we lost because we don't believe in harm reduction?
Mhm.
And if you don't mind me sharing, when I sat with you at the hospital, you was curious. Nobody's answering the phone from this group.
Mhm.
You said, why is that? I didn't have an answer. Why is that? Why is that nobody's answering the phone when you overdose or you get drunk? Then I
Mhm.
figured out I was part of the problem, because when I was sponsoring people, I had a strict rule. Don't call me after you get drunk or high. No, don't even, just get rid of my number. You should have called me before you got drunk or high. Right. But I was following the old tradition of 12 steps. Now that I've learned harm reduction, suppose you call me and this is your last, and the next move you're gonna make is to take yourself out. And you called me, even though you're drunk, and I don't answer. That's not harm reduction. So I'm growing in these ideals that there's 250 pathway to recovery.
Mhm.
Why are we stuck on 2?
Mhm.
Amen.
So we can make new peers in new recovery feel empowered
Mhm.
by partnering with them and everybody playing a part. So I'm just so glad we had this discussion about 2.0 RCO, right? RCO 2.0s. And I'm sure some RCOs have already figured out their 2.0, but I feel like we're just kind of discovering our 2.0 RCO. And I'm really looking forward to this new place that I believe will be in January 1st, because I believe it will really allow for us to have more family and be open 24/7 from Friday afternoon all the way to late Sunday night, when it's the hard times for a lot of people. So anyone else had any ideas they want to share or comments?
We've got
Like an
something that
open
works
mic,
here,
night, have singer,
and we just need to phase
some
it up.
music, like a singer,
Live
live
music.
music. Just
Just-
happy.
I
You tech people, can
I'm
we
not
put this
singing.
online?
Yeah, we've learned a
Please,
lot
Jeopardy.
already.
No,
How do we
I'm talking about
progress?
the Cheer Center
Like live streaming.
with different streaming. That's
Live
what I'm trying to say.
Kind of outgrown here. Yeah, we're kind of outgrown it.
Live streaming.
Is that, am I-
Yeah. So
Live streaming.
we have all these
Karaoke,
wonderful people that are CARES trained and some that are soon to be CARES trained, and people who are trained in other areas. It doesn't matter. It's not about making it the labeled meeting anymore, or whatever. It's just cheers.
Mhm.
It's what's right with you, or what's going well with you today. It's cheers. There's no recovery connotation or stigma attached. It's just cheers. A place where everybody knows your name.
oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's all you need.
It's beautiful.
I truly believe that could be perhaps a solution to keeping the needle out of someone's arm.
Yes,
And you have to do
100%.
that by any means necessary. You have to do harm reduction. I'm fucking-
Yeah,
Wow.
cool. Okay. Woohoo. It was a great conversation. There we go.